during live stream, the host has started broadcasting the meeting on YouTube window. They live in inside of that content to open this button, press control space to exit this button. YouTube video player group. You are currently in a group. How to even start taking your power back.
Hello. Oh, it's going to even show me taking my drink of water. That's how the delay works. Okay. Hi. How are you? Welcome to Saradivinelyyou on YouTube. I have super big hair today because I just took the braids out like literally seconds ago. Just for you. Just for y'all. Just for y'all. Anyway, so this is my hair whenever I braid it. If you are ever lucky enough to go on a date with me, you might get to experience this hair for real. Anyway, little secrets that I give away on my YouTube channel. Little housekeeping thingy is that I had posted a reel of my video from Saturday, I think it was. And somebody said they couldn't find it on my actual channel. Okay, so I have noticed that from other people who do live streaming, there is a maybe up to a 24-hour-ish or so a delay of finding it on the channel. But if you're subscribed, and I highly encourage subscription because then you'll know when I come live. But then it'll show up in your list of your notifications list. So like list of all of the new videos, it'll show up there. Because I've noticed that with other people that I follow who live stream, like it doesn't show up on their channel per se, but if I go to my list of new videos from people I subscribe to, it'll show up there. It does take like 12 to 24 hours sometimes for it to pop up on my channel. So hopefully that makes sense. And if not, pop me a question and I will support you in whatever way I can. Okay, so I tried something different today, and this was one of the intentions for digitally detoxing or getting off of social media. I wasn't perfect about not picking up my phone and scrolling. This is why I think I might end up just buying an alarm clock, is because my phone is my clock. And so, anywho, but what I did was I tuned in to my own, my guides, my intuition, what should I talk to people about? And one of the things that came through was, how do you even start using your inner authority? So I talk about breaking up with your victimhood. I talk about the solar plexus chakra, which is in your gut. And I talk about personal authority, but how do you even start using it? And I'm going to tell you how. I want to share with you how to do that by sharing a little story about myself. Well, taking my power back, number one, was first of all getting a restraining order. But so those are some one thing. Some things obviously is you can create your environment. But shortly before I left Chicago, may have been on the verge of making the decision to leave Chicago, that this event happened. I don't quite remember the timeline, but I was walking to the train from my apartment. I was walking towards the Red Line train, and I don't remember what had happened that day, but I remember why the fuck is this happening to me? Why did I have to experience that? Whatever the event was, I don't even remember now. But I was caught in this loop of why did I have to experience that shit? And then I thought of being grateful for even bad events or events that I perceive as bad. And then I'm like, wait, maybe this happened for me and I can be grateful for it. And what do I get to be grateful for? And I sort of started to dig in to search for gratitude in what I perceive to be bad events, right? Because good and bad is just a context that we have. It's all our perception, right? Because something could be good, but it could look bad, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's bad, but it could look good or whatever. So, but I just remember whatever happened, I was being really pissed off and really upset that it had occurred. And then I sort of stopped and thought, wait, what can I be thankful for, grateful for about that event? Sometimes we get to meet a super cool person because of an event that superficially seemed really shitty, but then you're oh, but I got to meet that person and that person was really awesome and we had this amazing conversation and all of these things, right? So you can have these really cool outcomes to events that are maybe not so satisfying in the moment. And so that's like one of my biggest takeaways is like, start thinking about the statements that I have presented to you, as in things happen for you, not to you. And like choosing to believe that you get to do something, even if you feel like it looks like you can't or whatever, like not leaning on the limitations. So leaning into abundance. And then practicing choosing. Okay, this was the one that really resonated with me this morning when I was journaling through all of this was, if you're someone who, let's just say, I'm going to use this example because this example has been frequent in my life. When I would hang out with my friends when I was younger is, what do we all want for dinner? And like 5 of them would be like, I don't care. Okay. So that means I'm the one who's choosing for everyone. And if I choose wrong, then whatever. Versus somebody saying like, I would really love to have Italian, or I would love to get subs, or maybe we should just get pizza or whatever. So I want to invite you to solidly and confidently choose what you want and make it super simple. Like when I started practicing choosing from like a powerful place, from like a non-victim-y, like I went, because I've always been the one to really choose like within a group, but like choosing for myself was kind of difficult. So I want to invite you to practice choosing, even if it's something as simple as I choose to go to a local coffee shop and get this kind of coffee, whatever that coffee is for you. Okay. I tend to drink hazelnut cold brew, or like whatever the seasonal latte is. Right. But consciously and confidently and specifically choosing, making decisions. So when someone asks you what kind of food you want, like, seriously, what kind of food do you want? Do you want a burger? Do you want a salad? Like being so specific, like simple in your decisions, because this will generate this ability for you to be powerful in making further decisions, like deeper. Like you start with the simple things, right? Like I choose to take a nap. I choose to use this color today or wear this color. Like make it super conscious and super simple. Versus, I mean, I say this as opposed to having like an I don't care or it doesn't matter to me sort of attitude. If you're someone who already consciously chooses like your clothing ahead of time, or maybe you choose like whatever your hair, how your hair is going to be, whatever the case. But my point is like, if you're somebody who does not choose because you're like, I don't care, it doesn't matter, it's not important. It is important, is what I'm trying to say. It's very important that you practice choosing in the small instances, because then when it gets bigger, you then have more power to choose what you actually want versus giving in to whatever bullshit you're being fed. Right? Now, that could create conflict sometimes, but I don't know. I would take that whenever it happens. So choosing to believe, choosing to find the gratitude, and choosing that things are happening for you, and really exploring that in the moment, because even if it seems like a bad situation, there's got to be something to be grateful for about it. There has to be. And then consciously making decisions about simple things, and the more and more making the simple decisions. So those are 2 ways that you can kind of start practicing using your inner authority and kind of leaning into like, how does that feel for me to, like, it may be uncomfortable at first. Maybe it is. I felt really weird thinking like, wow, why did I think that was good? It's kind of like people are like, you think that your ex, you get to be grateful for your ex. Absolutely. I'm grateful for my ex. I was just telling a friend this today. I'm like, I'm so grateful because I would have never seen the shit that I needed to see in my life if it weren't for my ex. He's still a shithead. Does not change that fact. So anywho, so I hope this was helpful. I would love to get hear your feedback. If you want to share, you can always leave a comment or drop me an email or whatever and let me know your feedback. But I thought this would be helpful because I talk a lot about really utilizing and practicing using your inner authority and your personal power and your solar plexus chakra and all of these things. But I'm like, when have I ever actually said, like, how do you get started doing that? And so anyway, there you go. My allergies are kicking in. I was just outside. It's windy in Arizona, blah, 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 blah. What did my friend just tell me like an hour ago? It's a hollandaise sauce. Gosh. Oh, words. All right. So anyway, I'm about to jump into some journaling for the next couple of hours, quarterly journaling session with Hearts Unleashed. And so, but yes, I would love your feedback on this. If this was helpful, I would love to know that. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And if you're staying tuned and you're paying attention, Thursday is Essential Oil Day. I got the doTERRA BOGO box, the spring BOGO box, and I will be unboxing it. Okay, I've already unboxed it, but I'll be sharing it with you on Thursday. So stay tuned. And maybe there's going to be some giveaways from that because, well, I'm getting too many oils. So I need to start like giving them to people. So if you're up for a giveaway, let me know. All right.